since it's on topic, I just happen to have this graph pulled up from something I was looking at
Yeah, I
earlier
actually
today.
saw that too.
I mean, everybody's probably seen something similar to this over the years. But what I thought was interesting is you can see, over the 300,000 years they have here, a couple different times when the CO2 kind of spikes. Obviously, humans aren't responsible for any of the previous ones, and even that last one up until very, very recently.
120,000 years ago.
Right, yeah. It was our last industrial revolution. So what I find interesting though is, like, had human civilization evolved, I don't know, what is that, 20,000 years earlier than we did, we'd be in a cool age rather than the peak of what was a hot age based on, some historic trends here. I wonder how many more years that would have given us, or how much more time that would have given us to, figure this out and adapt, right? Because we'd just be now probably getting closer, exceeding the 126,000 BC mark.
Yeah, so
but
actually, I think that's a very interesting question, and I'm gonna take that one real quick. So we've been around since we've been virtually the same creature since that entire span of that. What that is down there is the Ice Age 10,000 years ago, and then going all the way back to the last warm period. We've been the same creature just about the same, like, the whole time. The reason why civilization started is it's not because we started at this point and then we evolved to what we are today and we just happened to create civilizations at this point. The reason why civilization started is because that spike that you see right there, which is roughly correlated to temperature. It's that the Ice Age ended and that we were able to start settling down and doing actual agriculture. I mean, it's more complicated than that, but...
Well, then the Ice Age, based on purely this evidence, which I know isn't enough, based on that assertion and using this evidence for that, wouldn't that go to then say 20,000 years ago we had another ice? Oh, you mean over the last 20,000 years?
Yeah.
Well, okay,
that whole span,
I thought you meant the last one. Yeah.
Back to that 120,000 year period, we've basically been the same creature. Basically.
Yeah.
I'm sure we changed a little bit in that time, but evolution takes a long time. So basically, my point is like, it's not like we started evolving 20,000 years earlier and then we would have come to our prime in the middle of the last Ice Age. It's not like the Ice Age actually receding is what caused us to become the civilization-faring people that we are.
Yeah.
It allowed us to build the cities and towns. Another scientific thing about that chart right there, the greenhouse effect that's gained from CO2 in the atmosphere is actually, it's not linear. So that actually doesn't directly correlate to heating. It's a logarithmic thing. So the more CO2 you get, the less per, I don't know how you measure it in the atmosphere, but the less heating you actually get for it. So if you put, so that the amount gained from the bottom of the last Ice Age up to about the median line, more heat was gained through that CO2 increase than from the CO2 increase over the median line. That the CO2 increases from now on are less extreme, or will cause less heating than they did in the past. Again, it's logarithmic.
I've heard that before. I don't remember I don't remember where that source was that I heard it from though, but I have heard that.
Got to worry about methane though. Those cow farts really trap some heat.